Good morning. Happy Tuesday, great people. I'm your girl, Crystal, coming to you with a really deep conversation today on Crystal's Coffee and Conversation. I don't have a special guest. I am the special guest. But today I want to talk to you all about something that's been on my mind for some months, something that's really been pressing on my heart. And I feel like every day I see one more reason why I just need to share my experience on this particular subject. One of the things that I have found is difficult on this journey is healing. You know, growing up, I heard, time heals all wounds. And as a matter of fact, even when I became an adult, I would hear people say all the time that time heals all wounds. And I started saying time heals all wounds. But I'm going to just be honest with y'all and tell you, for me, that's a lie. Time didn't heal none of my wounds. The only thing that healed my wounds was the process. Because if something breaks you or something broke you 10 years ago, some bad relationship, some bad situation, and you don't allow healing to happen, you're going to be 10 years later still broken by that same situation. Now, you may not be in that exact situation, but unless healing happens, you're going to find yourself on this little cycle repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And that's why I said time don't heal all wounds. Now, I'm speaking for me. For me, time didn't heal the wounds. I had to allow the process to happen. And I'm still there now where I am healing. But I wanted to share it because we mistake too often the fact that, oh, it was 5 years ago, girl, that don't even bother me no more. We convince ourselves that we are healed from that situation. But every time you see that man, you're rolling your eyes, you're cussing about him, you're talking about him, you can't stand to be around him. Or every time you see that woman, you whispering about her, you rolling your eyes, something that happened 5, 10 years ago. Sometimes we have to kind of pump our brakes, take a deep breath and say, you know what? I'm not over this situation. And it is okay to not be okay with something that happened to you in your life. I don't know why we be so afraid to admit that we're not okay, but it's okay to not be okay sometimes. But what I also have learned is that healing is ugly. Now, I've seen some people that have been in some ugly situations and you blink your eyes and they say they healed. I don't question it. I don't judge it because that's not my place. But for me, healing is ugly. Because even though you can look at the people and see what they've done to you and you can point that out and you can tell people about that, the hard thing to tell people about is what you did to you. The hard thing to share with people is your part. And I have learned recently that the hardest person for me to face, it really ain't even people. The hardest person for me to face is me. Because when I look back over some of the things that I allowed to happen to me, yes, it was wrong. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it was low down. It was disgusting at times, some of the things that people have done to me behind closed doors. But when I look at all of that, and then I look at the fact that I stayed for so long, I have to then face Crystal as to why. And that is the part of healing that we don't want to deal with, which is the why. Because truth be told, I let a lot of stuff happen to me because I had low self-esteem. I let a lot of stuff happen to me because I did not know my worth. I didn't think I was worthy, truth be told. And even though I posted the pretty pictures and I had the nice quotes, because y'all know we can find us some good quotes, we can make some good statuses if we want to. I did all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, on the inside, I was still a broken girl with low self-esteem and did not know my worth. Until I sat down one day and asked God to heal my heart. And when the healing began to happen, that process began to happen. That's when I began to understand that I had low self-esteem. That's when I began to understand I was hanging on and begging men to be with me that made it clear they didn't want to be with me because I didn't know my worth. I felt like all I could do was beg a man for his love. A lot of times I feel like we don't have the patience to heal, because it is a process. And if you think about how much it takes to really break your heart, then you have to really think about how much it's going to take to repair that damage. And it don't happen overnight. Now, I'm not saying just sit there and sulk for the next 10 years. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I just wanted to encourage people to not just let time pass and you don't do the work. Let the process happen. If you mad, be mad. Like, address those feelings. Deal with it. Feel what you feel. Don't try to cover up what you feel with no pretty picture. Don't try to cover up what you feeling with no status talking about, I ain't worried about nothing and I'm good over here and can't nobody break me. Somebody can break you, because on the other side of you typing that status, you going right on the bed with tears in your eyes because you're broken. And the only reason why I can say that is not because I'm judging, it's because I've been that person for so long. For so long, I had all the words. For so long, I wore this mask in public, acting like I was okay, when I was falling apart on the inside. Falling apart from things that happened to me that I never healed from. And so what happens is, first it was low self-esteem. Never healed from that, moved on to the next man. Then it was a feeling of unworthiness, never healed from that. Then I moved on. Then it was the fear of being alone, never healed from that. So by the time I get to this relationship, I got low self-esteem, feeling of unworthiness, fear of being alone. So a man could literally run all over me. Why? Because I don't piled all this mess up on my heart just because I don't want to heal. I have a couple of other things that I want to discuss with y'all as it relates to healing, but I don't want to give it to you all at once. I just want to give you enough to think about for today. And I really would love, love, love your feedback. If you don't feel comfortable leaving me something in the comment section, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram or something. Find a way to get your feedback to me, because I want to know, if anybody else is feeling that way. And the other thing about healing is this: nobody can judge your healing. Nobody can judge that. We don't get to judge how people heal. And it's funny, because something else that just dropped in my spirit is we also don't get to judge how God delivers people. But that's another subject for another day. But I say that because sometimes church folk sit back and be judging how God done brought somebody else out of a mess when he done brought you out of like 10,000 messes. You don't get to judge how God delivers somebody else. But we'll talk about that later. Right now, I just want to talk about healing. And don't be afraid to admit that you're not okay and that you need to heal. And sometimes, this is the last thing I'm going to say today, sometimes the best thing that I could do on this journey while I'm healing is to completely get off social media. You ain't got to delete your pages and all of that stuff, but say, you know what, for the next 3 days, I'm not going to log off social media. Social media is actually a wonderful tool when it's used the right way and when you're filling your mind with the right things. But sometimes when you're going through things in life and you are constantly on social media, you're seeing people and they look like their life is all the way together. And you're comparing yourself and don't even realize that you're comparing yourself to them. Or you see things and you feel like you got to also prove that, oh, okay, I see he over there posted up. I see he over there posting pictures. Girl, I'm finna post pictures, and you just posting away while you crying your eyes out. Or you just posting away while you broken up on the inside. It's okay to step back, take a moment for yourself, and then allow God to begin that process of healing your heart so that you can reach that true happiness, so that it won't just be a picture, so that it won't just be a status, so that it'll really be your life. And that's what I'm striving for right now. I am committed to my healing. And I'm going to share with you all my journey, because I know I'm not the only one. Give me your feedback. I'm about to grab my coffee, got to go to work. I absolutely love y'all. Thank you for all the comments and things that I've gotten in my inbox. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, we still talking about healing, but we also talking about toxic people, because we think relationships toxic, but sometimes some friendships be toxic too. Y'all have a happy Tuesday. Be blessed. I'm Crystal with another fabulous segment of Crystal's Coffee.